Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot, where it's always better the second time around. Because, baby, we were trying to do this a minute ago, and yeah, it was not. It just was not happening. And so we're here giving it a shot again. And this time everything is going to go different because we heard that the technical challenges have been overcome. And how does that apply in your experience, in your energy? Technical challenges have been overcome. And we were talking about how we channeled a description of human mentality as a conveyor belt system that's all jumbled because nothing's flying the right direction, nothing's lined up correctly, and packages are just going every kind of which way, and nothing's getting where it's supposed to get. And the first step of correcting that situation will be to become aware that there's a problem in the lineup, things ain't aligned right, and then you got to call the technician, somebody who knows what to do with it. You need a mind mechanic on the job. And then once you got your mind mechanic on the job, then you have to find out that there's a piece and it's missing. There's a piece and it's missing. And it's on back order. It's on back order. And it's on back order because it just was not available. And with this whole technical challenges overcome, is now available. And what we saw was that it is the active pineal gland. There's been decalcification of the pineal gland happening. So those technical challenges are overcome. So now the pieces arrived and the mechanic can take it and plug it in. Everything's aligned correctly. So what that means is that the flow of information, the flow of the receptors, the flow of energy, the synaptic patterning, something is flowing correctly. And the pineal gland, okay, and the sacred secretion. Those of you who did study, you'll be glad that you did if you did the research. The sacred secretion is not only traveling down the spine, but because of the energy that you're sustaining, it's allowed to rise all the way back up into the brain and hit the areas that it needs to in order to allow for epiphanies and downloads, which came out in the first try. We had epiphanies. It was all about these grand epiphanies. Awareness that came in where we were lined up with energy that was what we were looking to see, because we were looking at things that we want to say, hey, come here, more of that, and what feels like that. And so I don't want this, I don't want that. Is everybody good on the communication? Mm-hmm. You girls have checked it on your YouTube, just silent your phone. Make sure it's playing right from your side. Okay. So here, this is from Quentin's Oracle. It says, a van with the person driving and Charizard. So I see somebody's at the steering wheel and I see another creature in there. And then with all these scales on the back of this, it's the Streamline RV again. The Silver Stream. Is it Streamline or Silver Stream? I don't know. The big old silver bullet looking RVs. And it's going. And it's got the protection of the ancestors. And I get the idea like you're being carried. You're being carried. Charizard. I feel like he's dragon and lizard and he burns things up. And we were talking about karma last time too, was coming through in the download. So, and I see this protective bubble, the van that Quentin drew now looks like a protective bubble to me. And with the scales on the back, it's giving me dinosaur energy, which is our ancestors from when we had the Play School flashwords with us. Okay, for the place of love today, play. Are you playing today? Are you having fun and playing in these energies? Enjoy the ride. That's a great point of focus. Like, as a point of focus for allowing more love that is always available there. We just got to allow it have a greater capacity to allow it to flow. Focusing on how can I play today and how am I playing today and what does play feel like today? Okay, and pressing play. What am I pressing play on? I'm here. So there's this initiation energy. There's this starting energy, doing things. Okay, in the place of peace, and these two words came back, but they're in different position now. We have possess in the place of peace. This was in the place of love last time, and now it's in the place of peace. So from play, you possess more peace because you play. So you get, I hear it. Actually, physical movement is always very beneficial because it helps you get your energy moving. So physical movement is always very beneficial. And when you relax from that, it's a deeper relaxation. Okay. Do you feel like that? I feel, well, yeah, because when you out doing too much, like yesterday, by the time I finally laid down, I was like, oh. By the time I finally laid down yesterday. Okay. In place of happiness, we have ask. This one is in the same position as what it was last time. Okay, so ask is here. We were seeing that it was good and happiness existed in the knowing that we could ask for things. And then we had possess coming up and epiphany. So it's like, as you ask for the things that you want, there's a lot of happiness because you find that you have. We repeat it. I have. So definitely, I have peace. I am playing in these energies and bringing my love to the party. And I am not afraid to ask. And I am happy to ask. Thank you. That being correct to redirect your words. I am not afraid. I am happy to ask. I am happy to ask. I am happy to ask for what I would like to see or have or do or be. I'm happy to ask more questions about whatever it is that I do see. Okay. Bottom of the deck is materialized. Something come to materialization. So again, giving the idea that, okay, and I'm looking at with the Quentin Oracle, it's all coming together right now to say, go ahead and call on your ancestors, boo. They're there for you. Call on the spirit too. Call on your angels. We're coming through. We're going to deliver it to you. That's the way I see that coming through. That's in a sentence. That's what I see. Okay. Falling out of the download oracle. It's a beautiful sunrise. Oh, yeah. On top of the clouds. This is one of my favorite things to see when I fly. When I'm on top of the sky and then I look out and there's the top of the clouds with their lights and their shadows, right? And the words, like the sun, I always shine. Yes, even when it doesn't readily show me how it's by divine design, I just remember that it is. And we even sang it last time. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Because everything is always working out for me. Praise. And, like the sun, I always shine. So it's like no matter how dark the sky is over there, I'm shining somewhere. You best believe. So that's indicating that, hey, somebody is feeling some darkness. Is that the sun's fault? The sun is still shining. All they have to do is go get in it, find their own. Little did they know that you could be the moon and the sun at once. You could be more than just a dumb hunk of rock that does not move energy. Ooh. Wow. That's literally what I just heard. Okay, that was a little harsh, don't you think? No, not really. Okay. Wow. Offended? I think you might want to look at those triggers. What? Well, what have we been telling you to do? If it's bothersome to you, then what's the problem? Because it's inside of you. Okay? Because the fact of the matter is, the sun shines so bright because of the amount of energy that it's moving. Where is Scott only know when I need her to back me up with that? Yes, that's a public fact. The scientists have proven that, and there's documents to support that. Research and evidence supports that there. So where you at, girl? Come on, send me the evidence. Because they're saying the sun burns like it does and shines like it does because it's moving so much energy. The energy is flowing so powerfully. That's why it's so bright. And it's like the darker it is, the less it's moving energy. It's just dense. is sitting in a stagnant pool, and they showed me the stagnant pool, and it's icky, gross, disgusting, ew. It reminds me of the old movie Nerds, and there's a part where they show up to the pool and it's like all gross. Yeah. If you know what I'm talking about, welcome to the Over 40 crew. Hey! Because the girls are sitting there like, they don't know which Chapman in there. If it's after Friday, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see what we got coming out of the Eye of Love Tarot. What's going on with Tribe today? What messages do we have for Tribe today? We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is in the house. Literally sitting on his throne. Teaching and learning is the way of his day. He's always teaching and he's always learning. He always has something very interesting to say. That's why people come to him and they say, okay, what good words do you have for me today? And they even want to ask him for his pardon because they know he is the upholder of spiritual truth and morality. We're getting morality. So there are students that when you're willing to learn, the teacher will already have been there. Life lessons being learned. Tribe in this energy of being the teacher in so many cases because you've been learning your life lessons. Please understand that you'll know how well you've learned it because life will give you the opportunity to teach it to somebody else will need to hear what you have to say. And it'll well up in your heart and then your mouth will open and the words will come out. And you'll be restoring hope and possibility and empowerment in these vibes, in ones who want to be more alive. Okay. Clarifying the Hierophant, we have the Strength card, the Ten of Wands, the Sun, and the Ten of Swords. That's very interesting. 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords, both ending cards. Both ending cards. Tribe showing up, learning these lessons, giving up. There's the energy. There we go. Thank you. It's because we want to talk about what we're doing, what we're bringing in, what we invite, not what we're rejecting, right? Or what we're removing our attention from. So there's the energy here of Tribe surrendering to consciousness, to raise consciousness, to pure positive energy, to the love and peace and happiness and the trails that you blaze in doing this. So it's like, okay, you know what? Fine. Life has shown me things can be tough, but I'm tougher. I've been through worse than this. I've overcome challenge after challenge, and I built myself up every time. And you know what? This is my divine design. And I realized that I have the power to stay. I have the power to walk away. I have the power to continue, and I have the power to end. And I'm choosing here to let go of so much control of that out there, because it doesn't matter if I'm trying to control you so you can be happier, more wealthy, more healthy. If I'm trying to control that, in other words, it's like, no, I want you to eat only these foods, all that other stuff you can't bring into this house because I'm going to make sure that you're healthy. Yeah, there's a problem with that. You ain't got control issues at all. Well, look, stop talking to me about that because, and that's funny because it came out. It came out in the other one. Stop talking to me about that because I don't want you to feel that way. Really, it's you don't want to feel that way and they triggering you. That's what I'm hearing. We were talking in the first try, we were talking about a gentleman who had the audacity. How dare he? I would tell him, he asked me, how was my day? And so I started telling him, he's like, look, I'm just going to stop you there. You're getting real angry. And he just walked away. And I'm like, oh, hell no, he did. I know he didn't just walk away. I said, why are you going to ask me how my day is and then you just walk away? That's rude. That's rude. Why would you do that? No. He didn't respond. He kept minding his business. So now, years down the road, I done learned some things. Picked up some of these here Hierophant lessons, life lessons. That's what the Hierophant teaches. Life lessons, spiritual empowerment, self-awareness, responsibility, accountability. I hear accountability. That's what the Hierophant teaches. And since you have some of those, and it's like, oh, thank you so much. I'd never had that experience before, but it's a very powerful one. Now I know how to do it too. Pretty cool. Thanks. Go back to the guy, who was so rude, but the trigger was in me. It wasn't in that dude. Did you know that a dude has hair on an elephant's ass? Oh, look at that. The feels that came out with this Hierophant energy for Tribe Today's. I was wrong, and I have seen the error of my ways. Please forgive me. Apologetic. How perfect is that? Having seen the error of our ways, we learn if you knew better, you do better. Well, we know better, so we show better. Okay, I'm just saying. We do now, but it took some roundabout routes to get here, right? You weren't taught this. Most likely, well, I guess some people were. I know a couple people that were taught this at home, but it's not common in our society that people were taught this at home. But it's about to be, because you got children around you, you got family around you, you got peeps you talk to. There's the guy at the store who knows your name and knows that you're coming in for the order every day the same. Oh, you back for more, huh? I just put a new box up there for you. See you in a few days. Wrap it up. What? Okay. Let's see what else we have for Tribe. What else do we have for Tribe today? So this is where we're at. What's the guidance? What's the guidance at this point? What are you asking it? Oh, they say keep on moving. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again with the Chariot. Get in your car and go for a drive. Somebody's going to get in their car and go for a drive. No, but they're talking more about your spiritual car because we are talking empowerment today. And so they're showing, you got to keep moving. You're on victory road. Why would you stop now? Why would you stop now if you know you're on victory road? Keep going. Okay, clarifiers. The first one came out was the 5 of Wands. Ooh, there's a little hard on my nail there, Melinda. What you doing? 5 of Wands, King of Wands. And then, what else? 7 of Wands, all fire energy. And the 4 of Swords. Okay, 4 of Swords is the chill and heal card. So it's literally what it's saying is, okay, go ahead and take a minute to chill and heal from where you're at. But look, you got some more challenges coming, so you got to make sure that you get your energy, get ready for this next phase. Oh, you thought you were done? Oh, you thought that you were going to be done. No, there's a whole lot of certificates you got to get, honey. And none of them are meant to just hang on the wall and make your name look pretty. I'm just saying. They're supposed to be used. You got to put that knowledge to use. You got to use it. Have an effect. Yes. Let's see what feels goes with this. I feel like for somebody, there's a big challenge to move forward. Not just for somebody, for so many, there's a big challenge to keep moving forward, to push yourself to keep going. Like you can't just give up on this. But even though it's a challenge, okay, thank you. Technical challenges have been overcome. Thank you. Technical challenges now overcome. Oh, they said read out the other notes I wrote. So let me see. Oh, there's no complaint department. It's only a praise-only department. No complaint department up in here. No complaint department. You want to tell us how great we did and how good you feel and what's going on? That's great. And how is that trying to control another person? Don't come tell me your drama. And how are you trying? Can you become the hearer and the observer without internalizing it and making it your own? And what would that change in your life? If you saw somebody there who was in pain, or who was in sorrow, or who was in anger, and you decided, you know what, this is an energy that I don't want to make my own because I don't want to match the way that's feeling right there. See that feeling right there they got going on? That's not for me. You can do it. It's like when I tell you, these girls be having the cutest hair. They got colors. They got little shortcuts and stuff. I love it. Oh my God, I love your hair. It's not for me though. I like my hair just fine the way it is. But it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the other looks, right? Okay. Energy-wise, how can we become the appreciator of the external experience without internalizing it and making it our own and deciding that, well, now because you pissed off, I'm going to be pissed off too, and we can just be miserable together. Because, you know, it loves company. It does. Right? And it's like, as soon as you get into that headspace, you going to track that shit. You gonna try. Who remembers the story about when I got punched in the nose? Anybody? No? Man, it was just one of them days when you wanna be alone. Just one of them days when I really wish I was by myself, but I went out to Dottie's instead, and I was playing a little bit because I had some emotions running through my heart because there were some visions running through my head of past experience. It was very difficult for me. So I don't want to take this energy home to my family. I'm just supposed to go smoke it out and drink it out and tap that button until it's out. And that was my plan. But when I got there, the story went a whole nother way, and some lady decided she had some words she wanted to say, and she didn't like the answers that she got. And then next thing you know, I stand up and boom, she hit me in my face. It's like, do you fucking feel better now? Does that make you feel better? You ain't got no reason to touch me. But look at where my head was. I wasn't feeling right. I probably should have been sat in the car somewhere and played the game on the phone. But, you know, we live and we learn. I'm just saying. Because when I go in places, most places, like I walk into my friend's spot over there and everybody's having a good time. And I walk in and I'm like, hi, Melinda, so happy. Are you singing? Yeah, how am I showing up to the party? How the party is showing up to me. And if I'm showing up to the party in my way and that's showing up to the party a different way, now it's contrast what I see. You know, if I'm standing in my light and I'm shining real bright and you're bringing your shadow on, it's like, oh God, I can feel it coming. Now I can feel it coming. Back then I didn't know how to respond differently. And we were really proud of my response because I didn't end up in jail. It was a good thing that I didn't touch that lady. I took like 3 steps and God was like, grab me by my neck and said, sit your ass down. And I was like, okay. They said that the lady had a habit. After I was away from the lady's presence, it was revealed to me that the lady has a habit. She liked to antagonize younger women to hit her because she knows that she's a senior citizen. Charges are extra hard. Penalties are extra hard if you hit a senior citizen. Battery on a senior citizen is a big problem. So it's like, good thing you kept your hands to yourself. In the moment, all I saw was karma. And this is why the conversation. The karma, family karma. You come from a very violent line of family. And you just took one for the team. And it's like, okay, cool. And they're saying that's why all these scales are here of the ancestors. Ooh, there are even 7 there. Thank you, Bubba, for coming through. You might not be here in the flesh, brother, but you're coming through. Yes, the 7 scales, 7 generations on either side immediately benefited from the transformation that's happening. So a lot of you are going to begin to see that the soul links you have with individuals, not all of them, not yet, but different ones are going to be making changes of their own because they are being drawn in, magnetized in because you decided to heal. You decided to do something different. You created a new synaptic patterning for yourself, which then changed your DNA. And Carolina did. She was like, there's scientific evidence to back that. I'm like, that's not just an idea, Melinda. That's like proven. I'm like, okay, thank you. So the feels that came out with each interaction, my feelings grow, as does my connection to you. So there's a knowing here, like you got to keep going forward because you're seeing how the connection of what you're doing is affecting the world around you. Because your conversations are changing. You're learning more about your own mind mechanics. You're learning more about your own spirit mechanics. You're learning about yourself. And as you do that, you're attracting now others that are in that phase of readiness that aligns with you and where you're at. High five. Yeah. Good job. And that is connecting you to them energetically. And so sometimes it's just like when I started doing my nails stiletto shape in 2007, wasn't nobody wearing this stuff all over the place. It one little tiny picture. Anyway, I done told the story so many times. The point of the matter is it didn't take long. In 4 years, you started seeing it all over the city. Within 10 years, it was all over the place. And so much more of the different stuff that I didn't see out there like that. If it was anywhere, some variations of different stuff was in a magazine. But as far as every day walking through the grocery store and you got 20 different nail designs on the 100 women that's in there, like that's what it's like now. But it wasn't like that then. And I say this to say, like, you can sit back and just believe in your own passion and love it. And then before you know it, other people are going to love it. And then they're going to pay you to do what you love doing, like making a YouTube show. Thank you for all your donations. We're so thankful and grateful. Okay. So what do they want us to do? Sorry, go ahead.
Just like today when I got an email, a response from Instagram. The lady says she appreciates what I'm doing.
Good.
Yeah. And she says, you are a good artist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So noticing the connection, the effect you have on the world around you, pay attention to that. When you're not feeling good, they're saying, do a little bit of work. They're pissing you off. Why am I triggered by this? What is this teaching me about myself? Powerful questions we want to ask ourselves. And keep asking ourselves. You think you're going to not keep asking yourself that question? You got a whole nother thing coming because you thought you were done.
Stop it.
You thought you were done. You're not done yet. You still breathing, right? You're not done yet. It's not done. What's going to help you is the Queen of Wands. You about to have some kind of burst of energy, an idea come through you, and you're not. This is a gotta take a dump urge. The Queen of Wands is a gotta take a dump urge. You're like, yes, I'm gonna do this, and now it's time. I feel like this has to do with, okay, we're talking about spirituality. This has to do with something you're gonna feel like you need to do. Somebody is gonna go take a bungee. You could go without me. No, I'm not gonna go with you. Don't ask me. Go. I'm not jumping off of nobody's nothing. I don't care how good your rope is and how bungee it is. You could keep that rope on your ankle. I'm not going. You can't make me. I don't need to. But somebody wants to. They're about to do it, and they've been talking so much stuff, but they're going. Somebody is going. But the point is, there's some creative energy that's compelling you to take some kind of physical action. Coming up, there's a gotta take a dump urge. You're inspired. You got this grand design. You're moving forward. You know exactly where you want to go. Woo, baby! I'm loving the way this card just flipped over my hand. Look at this: 6 of Wands, Victory card, Empress, wealth, prosperity, abundance. Okay, these are the 4 cards that's clarifying. This is the weirdest thing. Okay, a Hermit is at the bottom of the deck, so you've been asking yourself, how do I get my victory? How do I get the recognition I deserve? Well, the universe is about to show you when you get awarded your Empress energies returns back to you. In the 7 of Cups and all your dreams and wishes that you've been looking at comes true. And somebody's like, oh my God, that sounds like a freaking fairy tale. It is. It is. So now the question is, do you believe that fairy tales really do come true? Or, I mean, have you ever, like, I know of fairy tale stories that it's like, no, that's not fake. That's real. That really happened to somebody. That could happen to me. That could happen to me. If it happened to them, why can't it can happen to me? I'm just as worthy, as deserving as they are. They have some, it's like, God just poured magic twink. What is it? Pixie dust, magic pixie dust all over their life, and it all just. I believe that can happen to me. I really believe. Hey, I said you would never believe somebody got. I said you. What did I say? I said if you want to find a partner, you might want to get out your house, because I do believe that God could deliver them to your door with a name on them. But at the same time, it'd be a lot easier if you get out there and meet people, and then you know what God did? Deliver somebody to your door with a name on them. Literally. So I do believe. Do you believe? Even if you're into Bible and it's like the faith of the size of the mustard seed, you can create, you can manifest if you just have faith the size of a mustard seed. And I say, well, I got a lot more faith than that. Shoot, as high as my bills is, and I keep them paid. Shoot. Just saying. Oh, goodness. Okay, so clarifying this. I am ready to get frisky by trying new things, adventures from the fields. I love it. It's perfect. I told you, Spirit going to give you a gotta take a dump urge. You're going to be like, girl, let me tell you what I'm about to do. Boy, let me tell you where I just came back from. Because it's going to be like that. Like, nothing's going to stop you. It's kind of like when you gotta take a shit, you know, as I call it, gotta take a shit urge, gotta take a dump, whatever. What language you like to speak? Speak them all. If you don't like it, click off. Anyways, ready to try new things. It's time to try things different. Whew. The bottom of the deck from the field says, I could have, I should have, I would have, but I did not. Regrets. Oh, and I heard. So there was one time I was walking around at this lounge, and there was this lady, and I was like, oh my God, I love your hair. She had big old curls all full. And I was like, oh my God, in your eyes. So nothing. And then later on, I went out and sat on the patio. Well, the lady was sitting there, so I ended up sitting next to her. She was like, girl, I don't know what to do. You seem like a good person. Let me tell you, this guy wants to marry me. He's been my client for like 10 years, and he's been watching me, and little did I know that he was buying my house. He's already bought me a dress. He's already bought me a ring. Like, he got everything. All I have to do is say yes. I'm like, oh, and pick out the dress. I'm like, really? Wow, that's a big deal. So yeah, I don't know. I have a very strict non-dating clients, and we've never like dated or nothing like that. Like he just popped the question one day, you know, like he was like, and I remember that day when he was like touching on my finger and trying to fit. And I was like, now I know why. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. I said, well, look, you could have the experience and enjoy a great party. So fine, honey. A fabulous outfit. Who knows what else? And give it a shot. Or you could walk away and wonder what if you had given it a shot. So apparently, you know, I bump into later years later, and no, it didn't last for her. But hey, she knows. Just because you give it a shot doesn't mean it's going to last. But hey, did you give it a shot? Did you try to live your life today? Or did you leave it on the shelf for a good day? Did you just leave it on the shelf for a good day? Because, you know, it's not a good day to live your life today. And so somebody else is sitting there like, oh, hell no, I mean, I'm taking your advice. I'm like, okay, bye. Bye. Have fun or don't. Have fun or don't. You know, enjoy this life while it's here to live or not. And somebody here is ready to get frisky, trying new things. So like I said, somebody's going to go take that dive. Somebody's going to take that jump. Somebody's going to take that plunge. I just went to a wedding the other day, and I was like, oh my God, these people are triggering me. The first thing the bride, well, they was both brides, but the first thing that the one bride said, I'm going to sign my life away today. I was like, oh God. Oh no, I'm not signing my life away. Oh no, I love my life. Oh, I love me some me. Oh, I love me some me. I'm like, no, it wouldn't be me. Oh, a trigger. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm like talking to myself, having discussions about that. But hey, I'm ready to try new things too. Maybe it's just not signing my life away. That's cool. You keep that over there. Because remember, I like my hair this way. I don't have to wear it like yours to appreciate that you're doing it for yourself. That's awesome, babe. Do you boo, go be great. In the words of George S., go be great. Love. Oh my goodness. All right. Anything else? Are we pulling more cards? What are we talking about? Okay. Osho Zan Tarot. Let me pull this up from here. See what we got going on. And then I'm going to see if we have anybody sitting for their personal. These two? Yeah, these two. Okay. If you're sending for your personal, I'll do those after these Osho Zan Tarot comes through. Perfect. Can you? It says silence. It's the moon card, and then it said completion. And were we just not talking about the piece now is available? How do we say it? That the piece is available now? Okay. It's the final puzzle piece being put into place. In the silence. Some of y'all up under the moon like crazy. That's okay. Some of y'all sleeping during the day and the night too. And that's okay. Somebody got a headache and like, what the hell is going on? I'm not used to this. It's upgrades, baby. It's just upgrades. The missing piece is here. So what was coming through about the missing piece being here was talking about the decalcification of the pineal gland. 111 hertz. Play the pure tone resonator, or the pure tone generator in the description box in the facts. And set it at 111 hertz and just let it play. Decalcifying the pineal gland. Okay? Stay in that higher vibration. Everything that we're choosing, by our choice to always shine, comes in that energy that feels like bling bling, baby, because it shine. That's the way we want the energy to flow in our life anyway, ain't it though? Yeah. So let me see what we got going on. Check my phone. See if we got anything going on here for personal minis. Thank you for everything. We'll be back tomorrow with the opening or with the download. Yeah, we'll do the download tomorrow. So we'll see if we're gonna go live for the bowls tomorrow or not. If you want bowls tomorrow again, then put something in the comments. All right. Other than that, we will see you next time. Until then, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. Is in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melinda. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was lovely.